Shut up, bitch. Hey, what up? You know what I want to play? Madden 20. Yeah. Cause I'm trying to play with all of the teams right now, so I can get a good handle of like who I like and who I don't like. I'm gonna go Seahawks this round. No, I'm trying to make sure I play with literally every team. I've played with like 6 or 7 so far. Don't want to do the Seahawks. Don't want to do the Ravens. I haven't done them yet. I want to do the Seahawks because I want to see how like Bobby Wagner and stuff feels. B. Texans. I don't know how good the Texans are on here. How the fuck are the Packers in 87? 81. I know you've already played with the Steelers. Oh, really? Kyler's fun to play with. Oh, yeah. I played Snake with the Cardinals, and I had a 99-yard running touchdown very first play with Kyler. And it's not like I had an open field. Like, it was just because he was so fast and could cut so well that I only have 2 X factors. Yeah, I played with the Browns against Doughboy. Me and Doughboy have been going tick. Yeah, of course I picked all Madden. But yeah, me and Doughboy have been going tick for tack, so that's got me feeling pretty good about this Madden, because you know Doughboy's pretty good. I'm putting more. Well, that's Andy. Oof.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as
I'm just here to clap. I'm gonna clap cheeks.
And it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks
I'm still trying to figure out this playbook.
With the Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
One suggestion I have for you with Arizona is to, because their fastest wide receiver isn't in right now, Demarius Byrd. So I'd recommend putting him at least as a slot. Because he's like 96. He's 90. No, he's 96 speed though, so.
First and 10, here's Murray. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. And
hey, I haven't played with him yet.
As a rookie quarterback,
I feel like my quarterback's going to be ridiculous.
Give it up for the cause. does.
I'm
It's
probably
also
gonna
how you
make
end
them
up
here
on the
soon
training
so I
table,
can
too.
get a
it's
feel for it.
catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin
Oh,
Jefferson
the long
able to
wind
get in
up
there and run
when
it
you get
down
back.
for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
I like it though. It's
Now
more
this one for
realistic.
about
I like
2
this
carries
Madden
over
so
after the
far.
sack.
It's
They
more
come up
true
on a second
to
and very
NFL.
long.
I feel. I mean, it's obviously not perfect because it's Madden, but I'll never trust Madden to get it right.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Throw left side, going to be caught by Butler. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
That's one thing I think is going to surprise a lot of people because that was coming up strong for me at the end of last Madden was my lurking. So I think a lot of people are overlooking that shit with me. So I've already been getting that going good with this Madden.
First and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this.
Wilson's slippery.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it
I figured that though.
And a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Traffic, and it's intercepted.
I didn't think there was any way that was a pick. Oh, he may be gone.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night.
Fuck.
First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup.
Tighter coverage and more likely chance for an INT.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because
I think that's what it said.
The short game until they stop it, and if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain.
I read that whole wrong.
Start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over.
I feel. All right. Yeah. All right. Took you long enough. No, I'm playing. She come in, lay down the law.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray out to the flat. That's complete to his right.
Wagner's nice. I like him.
Doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
He's gonna be hard. Like he's gonna go early in the draft. He's top 5, I bet.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football.
Can't believe I'm losing
and stopped them for almost
this fuck. No, I'm playing.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative.
Oh, it is.
They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw
the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing.
Have you figured out how to do RPOs?
First down.
I don't know about you.
How do you not hand it off?
And feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about
it. You don't want me to run it against you.
Able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coach.
Like I have not figured out how to not
they tried a quick
hand it off.
But that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
This man's gonna be so fun for me. Cause I'm a scrambling motherfucker.
Turn that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down.
I mean, it's fucking in the NFL.
And avoids the hit for good
like,
measure.
I'll just call them bitches.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
I mean, the last couple runs, it's not like I just darted out of the pocket. I at least stayed in red and then went.
And he's got room.
God, I love these new plays. They're so much fun.
Just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle
That was disgusting. Oh, that's so much fun.
Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Seahawks have
like
taken the lead.
Those are all like the RPOs and all that. It's just so hard to read exactly what's happening.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Like there, I said, like you bet on the. Initially, you bet on the jet sweep, and then you realize, oh shit, that's not happening.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
My quarterback's not the fastest quarterback in the league, though. Well, I think Kyler's got him beat.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if
that was an RPO right there, wasn't it?
Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one
How did you not hand it off?
Exactly. You put it through the post.
Tell me.
Contract time. But that offense,
I've like tried like tapping X, holding X, all those little things.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45
I hate
to
you.
44.
That's all you're gonna run now. You're just gonna keep running RPOs to rub it in my face that I don't know how to do an RPO yet.
Start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here.
You have to get rid of Fitzgerald. Yeah, Demir Bird. Yeah, Isabella's a rookie. The one thing about this Madden that I can always argue, like if they do try to say something about running with the quarterback, is there's literally a mechanic for it now. Like they literally built a mechanic for quarterback running. So
on 2nd and 12, Murray throwing the out route incomplete.
Oh, bullshit.
And he'll be taken down.
Let me stumble forward for 25 yards.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs.
So how do you do an RPO?
Passing offense nowadays.
You're gonna make me cry, bro.
First down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way.
I feel like they put more in, which makes them more random. And there's no longer, I don't know if you noticed, but on quarterback sack, there's no longer that one gay-ass fumble animation.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming. Also,
cover 2 works
again. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just the quarterback.
My own guy knocked the ball out of my hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, here's
I told you I've gotten good at using it.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
I'm not BLD status though. I won't just say that.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone.
I'm not that confident
yet. Opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the.
That was just a signature Russell Wilson play right there.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that.
Yeah, I'll take that back to the line of scrimmage.
How about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a
that
big
play
out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him, he still found his guy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett 45 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be field.
Don't get me with the scrambling shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand the frustrations behind it because when I play BLD, he makes sure he feeds it to me. Because he does that shit all the fucking time to me. So I understand the frustrations, but shit, just throw in a fucking spy, you'll be better. Now your pass rush suffers, but it at least makes, because like the big thing is like a fast quarterback, yeah, it's gonna get around the spy, but it gives you more time to get your user on him.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it, and an alley to run.
Oh, I was gonna light you up.
The tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
No first down for you.
Complete to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more
yeah, user is not near as nerfed as what we thought it was going to be.
Couldn't turn it into much more.
It's nerfed. I'm not saying it's not nerfed, but it's not to the degree. Like, you can't jump up. Like, a lot of the stuff BLD's used to is gone.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get this
because BLD, like most of his interceptions, he had some really good users, but most of his came from those like 10-foot jumps by a linebacker.
First down, Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and
God,
run.
give me a taste of my own medicine now.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this where both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they mix it.
Yeah.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Cassius Marsh able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A rookie QB.
Yeah, when you drop back, you suffer a lot.
There, but yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys have got it back.
You only left me 5 seconds.
Of the first half. Clay, the intended receiver. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett.
Oh,
That is incomplete.
even if he caught that, that wasn't going nowhere. Wilson's got an arm on him, though.
At halftime, still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would.
You want me to score a touchdown here or not?
And that's the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I'll choose not to. You know, play on the safe
Wilson,
side.
the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Oh,
Pressure comes
I couldn't do anything there except for try to get yardage back.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
So how do you run an RPO?
Credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure.
Oh, how did he avoid that?
They worked very well there for a first down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Oh, God, you always...
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past.
You're always ready for the move.
11 yards there, first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get
I'm trying to get better with that, though. Staying in the pocket, that is one of my missions. Like, first thing first, pocket, and then after that, scramble. Because if I stay in the pocket, I'm better with passing, naturally.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete to
DK Metcalf.
7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
DK!
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
What do you think about the new no huddle?
5 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel.
Yeah, where
quarterback in control.
Saves a little time.
Blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cassius Marsh able to drop
know what to throw.
his second sack.
They still haven't put that back in the game, have they? Where you can tap like L1 and the quarterback tucks it and goes to run. They need to put that back in.
On second down, here's Murray. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be
I'll take that.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot.
At least they have that. I don't remember that last man. Like usually when you hold triangle, it's just they go straight for the pick and nothing else. So I like that they'll play the ball if they can't get the pick.
To throw, it's Murray. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Yeah, that was overthrown. Was it off your back foot?
The football and have it at the 36-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Man, Lockett's lethal too.
Touchdown, Seattle.
What coverage did you have there? Oh, cover 2? Okay, that's why.
And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
But Lockett's, I think that's his second big play, isn't it, like that?
Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This will be fielded on the back line.
Only thing I hate about my division is I have Snort's in it again, and I wish that would change. That's good. Those are always the most boring fucking games. I love Snorts, but
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO.
What the fuck?
Knocked away and incomplete.
Did three people have a handle on that ball? Yep.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after that.
Oh, that was a good play by the corner.
3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald.
Man, that's almost a guaranteed first down.
Good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9.
Give that a season before it's banned.
Third down. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Huge play by the defense.
Kyler should have good ball carrying, though.
It's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All right, time to make a comeback.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Man, every broken play, Wagner's there. Like every play that has a chance for you to go big.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
he may be my first pick if I get another pick.
Has had the game he expected, but that run there,
you can. L2.
I was going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
Check it next time. It's L2. It's the same little thing.
Carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable?
Illegal man downfield.
Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Charles Clay is tied in.
They don't even know how to fix it either. Yeah, they pretty much said, well,
and for the 4th time
who is that Amadi guy? He is. That's a. Well, I'm just saying that that's the 3rd big play. That's his first pick, I think, but that's like the 3rd big play he's had.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Fuck me. Yeah.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted.
Come on, Russell.
Back across his body. Picked off by Robert Alford. And it's a big turnover there on the final play.
Back foot across the body. He ain't Pat Mahomes.
Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside.
I have to say, blocking is a little better this Madden.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Because, like, last Madden,
again, it's Johnson.
Like last Madden, that play, like since I was using her in the middle linebacker and coming up on you, like that's usually guaranteed if you read the right gap, it's a tackle. But I've been blocked twice trying to hit that gap.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
That was a horrible throw.
But that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is
that should have been 6.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I was ready for that.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it.
All right, so can I know how to run an RPO yet?
The Seahawks are going to take over the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more.
That was PI. You knocked my guy on his route.
Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to take over.
Don't think I didn't see that.
34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Dancing to his left. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the.
You going for that 35-3 touch comeback?
25 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Oh, last man, and that's a pick. Okay, that makes up for it. There's Amadi again.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Now they set up
God
the screen. That's
dang.
complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Chalk that up as a
I think it's safe to.
loss. And now it's 3rd down.
You were ready for that.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're
Let's
left
do
with
this.
3rd and long.
This is 6 for sure.
From the shotgun,
Oh yeah,
Wilson going
give
for
that to me.
Metcalf on the deep ball.
Oh yeah.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches.
I saw
the
Metcalf
27.
one-on-one, and I was like, let's do
Still
this.
throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Make it a hat trick.
Fun fact, I've run that play 3 times. I have scored 3
and
times.
The Seahawks are running away with this one. Extra point.
Hey,
by
what was that for?
Swell by 1 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations,
You don't like this
players will
score?
tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Guess I'll just go to skills trainer after this and figure out how to run an RPO. Yeah, I'll run another one.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Forced out to his left.
Ah!
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one.
Well, I did a big. That was a hit stick. That's why it was a fumble.
Touchdown.
I hit stick, yeah.
So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt, but for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a 2nd time.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16.
Yeah, if you time it right, it's disgusting. Now, if you miss, it's horrible.
Murray now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right.
Ah.
Over the middle.
Yeah, I knew you playmaker that shit.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Fucking 2-week suspension for Kyler Murray right there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get up.
And my goodness,
that was
another interception.
that was pass interference of hell.
Take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Amadi said, "Get off me."
Interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5.
I'm gonna have to look at him now. Amadi's been good.
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different
I gotta do
things.
some science real quick.
It comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6.
That play's broken.
Continues.
That play is fucking broken.
I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point.
I forget. I don't know. I just know the look of it, but it's definitely broken. This is Arizona's playbook.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Mike's 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. 16
Make sure you let go of R2 before you do that next time.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another.
There's another bad throw.
Trey Flowers picks it. And that one, Charles.
Kyler hasn't been that accurate for you.
A dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on trying to cover. If you're a defensive back,
I thought that was a touchdown.
You've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Wilson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Murray now on 1st down.
I thought I was going downfield.
Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard.
So you want to run one more? You want to be home team this time? It's not like you get any advantage. I'll just pull it up again. I'm gonna turn on shoot clock this time. Give us 25 seconds. Sent. Who am I gonna be this time? I wanna try out the Ravens. Yeah. Is he that good? Ravens, but they're a god. So how do I do a RPO? Hold on, let me make sure my wife's okay. The Colts. The only thing I hate about the Colts is how slow Andrew Luck is. I always need a mobile quarterback. As cheesy as that is. But I acknowledge that cheese. I think it's a lot less cheesier than what some people do. One thing I don't like about that I hope they patch in the next few days is if you
it's the NFL
switch the position of a person with abilities, that it gets rid of the abilities.
Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Dak Prescott.
I haven't played as the Cowboys yet.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds.
Okay.
Just shy of the 30,
I didn't see his.
29.
No, I didn't even see his foot go out of bounds either. I forget that Earl Thomas is on the Ravens now. I was sitting here like, wait, what? Oh, I know why you picked them. You wanted to see how Zeke was.
For a couple up past the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 31, Prescott. Throw inside complete. It's Elliott. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Yeah, it's funny. He was retired last year, and he's like, yeah, I'll come back.
In the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches, throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone.
This is actually a good matchup because Ravens have a strong D.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets.
I hate those because I know you're going to go underneath, but I can't. There's too many underneath routes.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep it out.
Oh my God.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Good yardage.
Yeah, Tony Jefferson looking like a fool.
That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Oh, okay.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
So if you hand it off, that means you've made the read and
Prescott's going to keep it himself.
You've decided.
That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown.
I had totally forgot Randall Cobb was on the Cowboys. That was weird to see.
On the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
This may be a 3-and-out. May not.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
I may do some more science, you know. See how broken that play is.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
I think you're going to be ready for that play now. Oh! It works a little bit again.
And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, being chased out left. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now? Or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know. I mean, we're
That's
just
so good. That's so
here.
nice.
Should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan. All the things.
Want to know what else is nice? 99-yard touchdown run by Lamar Jackson.
When they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want
I'm sorry, I just had to.
we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's such shit.
Not before he works it past the 50. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left.
Oh, God.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to
I swear you're still one of the very few people that actually wait for that inside cut.
Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield.
Oh, who's he going fast?
And down to the 19-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Don't ask why I threw that.
Safety George Iloka there to break that one up.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit.
I won't be able to
drive,
answer you.
And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Oh,
For Snead, and it's intercepted.
made the wrong read there.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
He gone. I ain't
It's
even
at the
chasing him.
40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Oh, I forgot who I have on offense aside from Lamar.
And now
Hollywood
Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press.
There's actually 2 Sooners on this offense.
On this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson.
Oh, you were ready for that.
To his left. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But it's going to be
it made me die how he just dove out of bounds like he would have caught.
For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I tried.
Why didn't he throw it?
Loss here as he's taken down.
Shit.
The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to
Can you
the
let
task so far
can you
in
let
this
me get a
game.
first
They
down?
are already up a couple
I'll drop
scores,
down
Brandon,
as soon
and
as I
guess
get a
what?
first down.
I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and
I'm
get
lying
upfield
to
and get
you.
after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left.
Oh!
Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack.
Well,
here. No
I was
doubt
just
about
trying to
it.
get
He's
out
having
from
himself
because
a
their guy was collapsing behind me.
As the punter
So I was
Cook,
trying to
who
get
sends
up
it
in
away.
front of him so I could throw the ball, but then you had a spy on me. So that fucked up me stepping up in the pocket because I was going to step up. But I couldn't step up because of you. You fucked it all up.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott on 1st down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Carr there to make the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can
Yeah,
tell
what do you do? Double tap?
Offensively, several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty?
You made me think you were going across the middle at first.
And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you guys are looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And now he'll tuck it and run.
Shove, not pitch option, shovel option. Okay.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the
I was
ball.
ready for a speed option.
On 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on
L1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work.
I expected a fumble there.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Here's Jackson to throw.
Can he stay away from me?
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Why didn't Boyle jump for that again?
Down, no, it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand.
That's crazy Lamar can throw it that far, though, in this game.
It shows on the scoreboard.
Wow, on the run. I think you're getting used to me running that.
Shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Big one across here as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Nah, I'm on 49. Nah.
Quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
No!
He's going to go down again. The Ravens go.
I got stuck on my own mind, man.
And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out on.
I gotta stop relying on his legs as much.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Do you read the run first or the pass first?
Get a couple of first downs and hopefully flip.
That's what I figured. That's what I was doing.
To build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice
Fuck him up.
9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
What's the offside?
Down to the 2-yard line.
I know better than to go offside on
Running
those.
game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Patrick Owase able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
I mean, compared to you and me.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pick.
I thought they just gave you that touchdown. I was like, bullshit.
Till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights.
They gave you that one.
For a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in.
Oh, good.
And the
Oh,
Cowboys
good.
will extend their lead.
I'm just preparing for that second half to come back.
To run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation.
Who? Leighton?
You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy
Range.
right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
God!
He will go down. A Cowboy
When that collapse happens, you have no time to think.
They've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final.
No, Lamar's fast as fuck. Van Der Esch is fast too, but
the way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
But like Lamar and Kyler are they're on a different level of fast for like quarterback was.
Scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room.
And like I said, this spot, like on the fast guys, all it does is makes them actually have to work to get upfield a little bit, but it doesn't. It definitely doesn't stop them.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. Prescott.
What the
the screen to Elliott.
No.
He finds an opening past the 40.
What happened in the first spot? Like, I was right there to tackle your I was there to tackle your guy and I hit X. I didn't dive. I hit X, and my guy just goes flying.
I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work.
All right.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Mark that in typical dumbass monkey throw.
So maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong
Try to make something out of nothing.
running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real shot for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, I was strafing there. I wasn't.
A couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I wasn't going to bite until he made a move, and then that's when I hit.
The previous carry looked pretty good. That one,
Damn.
He was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Ah, why did I bite?
It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown.
I don't know why I bit on the guy that was not going to get touchdown, though. Should let you have the first.
Time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just keeping the play alive. And a big
Who was that?
He's taken down.
How the fuck was
Tyrone Crawford, his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough
How did he
this
keep up with
offensive line.
Lamar?
It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Flushed out right, letting one go deep for a 3rd.
Okay, don't even try to play the ball, Roberts. Damn.
With a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This one caught left side by Cooper. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Little RPO plays.
On 2nd down.
Oh, damn. What the fuck?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that last
was that a counter?
I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll run with Elliott.
He gone.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
You're killing me with Elliott, which is not good. It's not going to get good against the run.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop.
Oh, now he's got his
first down. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be
meant to stay on him
at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. It's so tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
That's fielded in the end zone.
When you're faster than your blockers.
Lined up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep.
What the fuck was... That was a horrible throw.
Interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
That was god-awful.
I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I think the Ravens have one of the most lethal secondaries out there.
Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
my God,
capitalize on this.
Cross body, he was in front of me.
Drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Jackson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only.
I just want to know why they're not playing.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It helped if I didn't scramble every play.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Here's Jackson throwing on fourth down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
What the?
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual.
It was a sack either way I went. If I try to run around and then throw, because that's what I was trying to do, is get around you so I could throw. Jesus, 132 yards.
Or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
I had a little speed boost on him. I don't know where it came from.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott.
What the?
At the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys add on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swing.
Time for this whole defense to have conditioning drills.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
There'll be somebody that falls off that was good, that'll fall off because of this game, and they'll be like, it's just fucking trash.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still playing.
God, get the fuck off me.
And he lost the football. Now Brown, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15
what are you gonna do, bro?
13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing an...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the
you gonna draft him in the first round?
As they cash in for 6.
What if you have like the 10th pick?
And good. And And that will extend this big lead.
You don't have a QB keeper?
Following the touchdown,
I wish it would just say fuck keepers.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it
I'm not
across the
down.
20, but
I'm
not
not.
by
Now
much,
I'm down.
as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. To Boyle here over the middle.
How'd you like that read, that timing?
But he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On first and 10, it's Jackson.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Brought in left side by Snead. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going.
Ah!
Goodness, another
I didn't think you'd bite hard enough.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
It's okay. Lamar, I thought Lamar would be back there somewhere.
It's a foot race, and he takes this one back into.
No, that wasn't Lamar. That was Brown.
The Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Oh, I didn't see him.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Ah!
And he'll take it back to about the 19.
Sean Lee got up. I gotta do better than 7.
Come up now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Buying time to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
And now
Are you?
the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
The psychology of the game never ceases.
There used to be guaranteed no fumble and more yardage.
There would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I wonder where this is going. It couldn't be the Zeke. No, probably
heavy
the Zeke.
workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Oh, shit.
And he will get into the end zone.
What was that, his 25th touchdown of the game?
This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Is he?
And nice work on the return as he'll start.
I haven't used a really good
just past the 30-yard
halfback yet.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ingram's decent.
From the gun, Jackson. And the coverage
Wrong button.
terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As you
Anthony
probably figured.
Brown right there to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
Perfect read, bro.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander.
You were like, yep, I know where that shit's going.
Get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over
I think
20.
your O-line helps a lot with the running, too.
Is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time
in
the
fuck
offseason and
me.
continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern.
See, Weasel, what Weasel will do, he'll run it, and he'll use the RPO to run it again. He won't know how to run.
Inquiring about him and his skills.
How to pass it.
They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young
they're
age
going
because
to.
of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
I mean, you know, people like fucking BOD or watching YouTube already.
Wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards.
I can't bring myself to watch YouTube.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Wait, I smacked you and then you smacked me.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?
I still got
what a game.
200 yards with Lamar. Well, you got 200 yards with Zeke, too. Alright, bro, I'm gonna get off here. Make sure I close Madden.